Now we are here with our Lugana Benedictus, which is our crew of Lugana that we produce in the winery. It's a very special Lugana for us, produced in very limited quantity, and it comes from a unique vineyard, a single vineyard production, which is 46 year old, so quite old vineyard. This is very important to me to um, underline before to go for the tasting because here we have an expression of pure quality of grapes, which is consequence of all these characters: clay soils, turbiana 100%, and very old vineyard, which means plenty of personality in the grape. The wine is produced after a short time of maceration with the skins, which is very important to get some more texture to the final wine. And the fermentation is made by the indigenous yeast, so pure expression of the variety. Of course, it's a wine with plenty of depth in the character and a sort of, let's say, ripe sensation. Also because these grapes are normally harvested on mid-October, so 1 month later than common time of harvesting. Of course, all handpicked and plenty of care in the selection phase of grapes. Here, the fermentation, let's say for part of the wine, the fermentation is finishing in French Octonau. It's a short time of 4 to 5 months. It's a very soft touch of the oak, of the élevage, which is, in our opinion, important to create the right balance of elegance and harmony in between power, character, and finesse of the wine. It's a wine with a bit medium-high alcohol percentage, around about 13.5, which is also the base of the major texture of the wine, let's say.
Fabio, I'm going to be tasting the Benedictus. What I find compelling about this wine is immediately you're struck by the precision of that wine. It's a testament to what you were described earlier, to the selection of the fruit and this old vineyard. Is there a significance to where this vineyard is in location to the lake itself?
Again, the importance of the vineyard here is, of course, due also to the distance, to the very close distance to the lake. But this is once again related to the clay percentage, very clay soil. So maybe less direct in the impact on the nose, but much more depth in the texture of the wine and in the character and in the persistence of the taste. This is a real perfect combination of grape and soil, let's say, sealed by the old vineyards.
When I taste the wine, I can't help but my brain immediately goes to Burgundy. Even though the soils are different, the grape is different, it's the sophistication of that texture and the finish. It strikes me as a very age-worthy white wine. And it also strikes me as a wine that deserves something, special to eat, to pair with it. I think a crispy sort of rotisserie chicken, but also a tender cut of pork even for dinner would be great with this white wine, and maybe not serving it too cold, but allowing it to warm up a little bit. Americans drink their white wines too cold, typically, because we just take it straight out of the refrigerator. But what temperature do you recommend drinking the Benedictus?
Yes, of course, temperature of service for this wine is very important because tasting this wine too cold could mean to lose 50% of its own delicate personality. The temperature of service for this wine could be roughly 60 Fahrenheit degrees, that more or less means 15 Celsius degrees. And this is very important to enjoy the old wine. And in addition to this, of course, the food pairing for this wine is a bit more, let's say, tasty. And of course, could be great for white meats or for some pork, even if in my top of the list could be sea bass as good combination, because the richness of the taste of that fish and the delicate at the same time, which is in great harmony, in my opinion, with the finesse of this wine.
It's perfect. It's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Grazie.